Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and as you can see, we did go ahead and get all of the welding done, and we have a functional base, yay! But we have a lot of stuff to get done today, and we have to get started, so let's go. So happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you had a fantastic week and are having a terrific day thus far. And as you can see, we got everything welded up. And one of the things that I realized after we had gotten everything welded, we didn't have a survival kit. So I kind of threw one in there, but you know, yeah. So I think we covered pretty much everything that we were putting in here. You know, we've got some of just the set pieces in here to make it an actual functional base. As you can see, our batteries are slowly charging. I did go ahead and turn off things like the O2 generator. Refinery is turned off and the assemblers are turned off as well. Mainly because of the fact that I just want to try and get the batteries charged up as much as possible. Because one of the things that we're going to do today is we're going to... Basically, I'm going to probably do a bunch of cuts to do some mining. I've been doing a little bit of it, but I want to get a bit more of it done. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put in a drilling mechanism. And it's basically just going to be an advanced rotor that hangs off here. And then on top of that, we'll have a conveyor junction with a couple of pistons, with some conduit that comes across, and basically around this area here is where we're going to have the drills to come out, and we'll have a couple of pistons with a drill on the end of it. And basically, all we really need to do is, once we get enough room, like say two pistons worth, we'll have the pistons come down. Once they're fully extended, that's all we really need for space, because then what we can do is we can add more pistons if we need to, and then we can set the rotors up to effectively just work through what we have, you know, so that you'll end up with the ability to dig a trench like around this far out, all the way around. Which will bring us back over to here somewhere. Alright. So, that's what we're going to be doing today, is we're going to work on that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some plates really quick. You know what? Let's go ahead and do cargo. What we're going to do is we're going to move over here, and we're going to move... Can I not? I have to go check why we can't move. Oh, I know why we can't move those. Alright, we'll fix that. My dog has decided he wanted to say hi to everybody. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Just the stuff over here. Okay. So how much iron do we have? Not nearly enough. Okay. Grab some of this. Alright, so like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to keep this somewhat simple. Should be conveyors. My conveyor block. I want my rotor. We want the advanced rotor. We're going to go ahead and grab that. Actually, we already have a conveyor block in place. You are... Where are you going to place your interior plates? So I'm going to actually need more plates. Alright. Let's grab those. And what I'm thinking here is we're going to basically excavate this area out And we'll just run some simple conveyor blocks right up into the refinery. Extruder. Need 4 large steel tubes. Okay, get this welded up. So I need 14 tubes. Well, no, we only need 4 tubes. Okay. So let's go ahead and tell it to do that. And I think my assembler is turned off. It's going to turn that on. What we're waiting for is for it to give us the last 4 tubes. So. See? Easy breezy, right? Now, I'll probably end up doing most of this on camera, honestly. Mainly because of the fact that it's not going to be too much of an issue as far as, you know, taking our time to do a little bit of mining. You know, I think everybody knows that I try not to do too much of the mining on camera now. Let's go ahead and... Can't tell if... There you go. A little bit further. Hey, look at that. Okay.
Inventory full.
I figured, you know, while we're down here, we'll just go ahead and grab the ice anyway, so... That's the reason why I'm not too worried about doing a straight excavation in here. Because we'll get there eventually. Let's get the rest of this out of here. Go ahead and drop that stuff off. Okay. And so we want that. Alright, so let's get into our planner. We're going to want 1, 2, 3 of those. 1, 2, maybe 3 of those. Steel tubes. Do we not have any steel tubes? No. Okay. Let's go ahead and do 120 of them. Got plenty of iron, so I'm not too worried about it. So it just needs interior plates. Alright. So we're going to do is we're going to get this one welded up first. And then one of the reasons why I build these things like this, honestly, is just because, again, you know, I'm not gonna lie about it. I mean, it's pretty much the only reason. But jokes aside, I actually like having, you know, mining systems that allow us a little bit of freedom as far as I forgot lights there. That allow us to have a little bit of freedom as far as the resource gathering is concerned, because, You know, you spend so much of Space Engineers just doing resource gathering that I think people really do forget sometimes just how much time it is. It just becomes such a background activity for everybody. Oh, 100 interior plates. You know, and basically being able to have a system set up where you can get resources fairly quickly. I need 6 motors. Alright. Don't really need to. Don't need them to keep producing plates. Okay. Alright, and like I said, what we'll do is we'll get this built out. Okay, so this entire thing is now viable. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2, 3. Let's do it this way. Do that. We don't need a rotor anymore. I mean, we could put one on there if we really wanted to. We could actually have this whole thing. Where are we at there? It's pretty damn close, actually. Alright. We're just going to do that. And if we're going to drill from here, I'm going to need to take... it would be nice if we could... Alright, so I'm going to need to take quite a bit out there, actually. And we're just going to straight excavate this. We're not even going to worry about everything else. Alright. That should, in theory, be what we need. Ah. Okay. Let's go ahead and a little bit more of this out here. Okay. Now, for those who have followed the channel for a while, you've probably seen me build stuff like this before. One of the things that I will sometimes do is I'll actually put a rotor on here. And we'll have, you know, 3, 4, maybe 5, sometimes 7 off to the side. So you end up with, you know, like 15 drill heads. Alright, radar picking up puppies. Where are they? Whenever you get the spam like that, that usually means you've got the puppies inbound. Not seeing anything red on the radar. Let's go see what came up over here. Alright. Hey, we got leopard gloves. Okay. Awesome. Thanks. Ooh, medkits and power kits. That was actually something worth something to grab. Get this stuff out of here. And basically all I'm doing is breaking this down enough that cleanup will pick it up. I actually have my cleanup threshold set fairly low. I think it's less than 5 blocks with no power for it to clean it up. Mainly because of the fact that I don't want it to clean up stuff that I'm in the process of building, which has happened more times than I would like to admit. So we're going to say this. We want you in there. We want 3 of those. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know we've got. And then. I think it's trying to pull the stuff in the order that I placed it. Well, that I put it in the queue at least. Alright. And I think it's... So we're going to go ahead and finish welding this up. And what I may do is I may go ahead and just drill, like excavate this stuff out of here. And see if that will allow that, if that will open up enough space so that we can get the whole drill head through. I mean, like I said, this is not rocket science. It is a straightforward build as far as things are concerned. Okay. Go ahead and get this stuff welded up. And once everything is actually gathered here, so folks have been asking me to do more. I said this last time, you know, I've been getting a lot of requests to do more of the actual construction on camera, not just doing the wireframe stuff. So I will try to remember to do that kind of stuff on camera. Oh. What are we out of? It looks like we are out of nickel. Actually, while we're in there, let's go ahead and we need a whole lot of nickel, which means I need to go grab some stone. All right. Go ahead and grab as much of this as we can. All right. Computers. There. So we're going to drop off pretty much all of this. Let's refill our... There we go. And I am going to go ahead and grab some stone. So let me go ahead and do this. What I'll do is, in order to keep this part of the mining process as painless as possible for you, we're going to go ahead and do a quick cut. I'll get the mining done. And when we have enough mining done, we'll come back and get everything finished on the weld. Alright? So, yeah, we will be right back. And we're back. And, oh. Puppies despawned. I was hoping for free resources. Now, it said I had all of the components, right? I went back. Any construction components. It lied. Oh, it so lies. What do I need? Okay. You need motors and tubes. Motors and tubes. Motors and tubes. Motors. Tubes. Okay. So what we got in here. Alright, we've got no tubes at all, so let's go ahead and do like 20 of those and like 150 of those. And do we have any motors? Nope. So we'll do another 100 motors. Alright, and then while that is running, let's go ahead. We're gonna jump in here for a second. Need to put a different need to put a different seat in here so I'm not just looking at the wall. Maybe I'll turn the desk around or something. So when I built it, I was building it more as a set piece. I wanted to see what we could do, you know, for like set design kind of build. And I have to say, it turned out pretty nice. I'm actually liking the amount of room. And what I did is I left extra space in here so that if you wanted to use something like this as an actual airtight base, there's enough room where you can put a second door on both sides of here, to make these airlocks. So if you're interested in it, let me know. I'll try and load this onto the workshop. My workshop seems to be running about 50% of the time. For some reason, it does not seem to like a lot of the stuff that I try to upload. But, yeah, you know, it is what it is, right? Let's grab 10 of those. What are you missing? You are missing a whole lot of nickel and iron. How much iron do we have? So we should have enough iron for this to go. Yeah, so it's just the nickel. And I'll need to get some silver at some point. So that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Construction components. Production. Actually, go ahead and grab 2. Alright, so we need to get the rest of this welded up. Once we have the drill up and running and completely operational, this will help hopefully alleviate some of our resource gathering issues, because we're going to be pulling a lot of material out of there. And then when we get down to this area, you know, we're basically going to be pulling a lot of stone out. Eventually we'll be getting a lot of iron. And once we have this done, what I will probably do is off camera. I know earlier I said I was going to do as much on camera as possible. But what I'm thinking is we'll set up just like a small remote place over at that waypoint, the magnesium and silicon waypoint, where we'll build what's effectively just this type of system where it's more of a cap. So we'll have, let's see, we'll put I don't know, do we want to put a large, we might put a large cargo container in, and then set it up with basically a tower like this, and just have it circle around so that you'll, you know, set something like this up where it'll basically pivot and be able to continuously go, and then we'll set the pistons. I'll probably put like 2 or 3 pistons on it for extension, and just have it basically strip mined all the way down. And, you know, we'll have as it progresses, we'll keep adding pistons, and we'll probably get like 5 pistons or something like that in there at some point, and just have it literally strip mine the hell out of the planet. The other thing we're going to need to do is I'm going to need to find a couple more, because we've got very limited resources right now. And so what I'm thinking is we'll probably have to take the little pod out and find some more resources. Alright, so are we done with our production stuff? We should be close. Components, there we go. Let's just go ahead and grab all this stuff. I may need some interior plates or something. We'll find out. Alright, get a few more of these in. There we go. That needs motors. More motors. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our quick little mining run here. More and more stone. And like I said, I'm not planning on doing a whole lot of mining on camera. So this is basically what we're doing all the time. But what we will do is we'll set up... I think we will set up the mining positions. And then what we'll do is, since we have a functional ship now, see if we can find a waypoint for a base somewhere on the planet. To see if we can maybe get a shipbuilder. If we get a shipbuilder, we can just buy a cargo ship. What we'll do is we'll set the cargo ship up with the idea of, you know, just flying around picking up stuff every so often in game. Just whenever I think about it, we'll just go do a tour. And like I said, what we'll do is we'll have a bunch of we'll probably end up doing like 5 of these wind towers, or 5 of the windmills at each mining position. That way it has constant power. And since they haven't put in the function where wind dies over time, should be good. Okay. Any more? Damn, I was hoping we'd get like 1 more out of there. Let's go grab a bit more of that stone out. It's like the old days of 7 Days to Die. Yeah, point your gun at the resource, right? Okay, that should be enough. Like I said, we don't need much. We just need enough to get this whole system running. And once the system is running, we'll be able to get a bit more stuff done. Right. So we have that. And that should be everything. Okay. That's done, that's done. You've got green lights all the way through. That's functional. That's definitely functional. That's functional. Okay. So, if we've done everything correctly, we should be able to set up let's set up a button panel here. The chair plates. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna do mining rotor. We'll have to check and see. Yeah. So you're going to be the horizontal piston, and the other 2 pistons will be the mining pistons. See, convenient, yes? Alright. There we go. I don't want to sit in terminal. And over here we're going to go drill. No. Rotor. And that's going to be toggle block on off. And you are going to be group mining pistons reverse. Okay. So if we go like so. Alright. And we're going to do horizontal piston. Well, we want you to go 0.05. Now, the thing that we're going to run into is I only have the one small cargo container on this. So we will eventually run into a position or situation where we're going to need to add more cargo. And I'm thinking we may be at that place already. Well, I just want to see how close this gets. We're actually going to be able to get some good distance on that. Oh, well, the drill's getting it. I think we may be running into a situation here. Yep, there it is. Okay. And that's going to get us pretty good on ice, at least. So the funny thing is that this is actually a way to dig defensive structures too. You can do the same thing if you're building a base and you want to have a trench, because it'll give you a nice even bottom to your trench, if that makes sense. But basically you'll end up with a trench that you can keep fairly uniform. Like this one's good. It shouldn't go too much further. And what I should do is do a little scripting. So basically what I can do is we can run a script that says, you know, if this is at max extension, basically if it's at 10 meters, you know, extend this piston at whatever rate I want to extend it at. If once this one's 10 meters, then it extends the other one, or vice versa. But you basically give these things unique names, and then you can run a script, or you can write a script based off of the name, looks for those names specifically, and says, if this is true, then you do this. And what it does is you basically have it go, say, 1 meter at a time. So this one goes 1 meter, like 1 or 2 meters. and then stops and retracts this, and then the other one extends another meter, and then it re-extends that. And yeah, there are some interesting automated scripts out there for what you can do with pistons and timing blocks and stuff. Alright, so you are pistons. Alright, so we want to go. So it's at 0.5 right now. We want it to go 0. 7, actually 0.05. We'll take that out since we're extending all of these at the same time. Basically took it out by a factor. So, alright. Now I'm going to see. Okay, so that's actually full. Haven't really gotten anywhere. 2 generators turned on. And I may go ahead and do a tank. Sure, we'll do both. We'll do hydrogen and oxygen. Let's grab these really quick. So we're gonna go. I'm actually kind of tempted to do that. Is that because of the window? I bet that's because of the window, yep. Well, I mean, I guess I could bring that out and have the tank built off of here. Let's go to you, bring you out. We're gonna go. Basically need more motors, okay. How are you doing down there? You're actually making a pretty significant dent. Okay. That's awesome. Since it's actually mining out that stuff now, we can go. Oops. All right. Do that. And we'll do another one there, yes. And what we'll do here just to keep them braced up off the ground there. All right. And I'm thinking maybe an oxygen tank above it. I'm kind of thinking like one here in the middle. And what we'll do is with the conveyors, we have why can I not pick up those plates on? There. There we go. So we do something like that. So what we'll do is we'll weld this tank up first, this piece, this elbow, this tank, this elbow, and then the other tank. And what that will allow us to do is all of that ice that we've mined, it'll let us start burning through it and get things settled here. Alright, what do we need for this? That's just steel plates and steel tubes. Alright. And okay. So let's go ahead and throw because it's too much ice. Okay. Where's the ice coming from? Is the ice actually being... I'm wondering if it's the drill. The drill's probably full. Yeah, the drill's full. That's fine. Alright. So, you know what? Let's go ahead. We're just going to do that for now. Oop. Get that done. Okay. And let's go ahead and if we retract, let's reverse you. And we're going to do minimum distance 3 meters. And let's
fuel low.
And let's see what that looks like when we
fuel critical.
When we get a little further along here. Waiting for it. There it is. Alright, come here, you. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we've done pretty much all of the actual welding at this point. Now it's just getting these two tanks and the oxygen tank in place and the associated connection stuff. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and call this one here. I will go ahead and weld these two tanks up, well, these three tanks and connectors and everything up off camera. So when we come back next time, I want to get it done, let the ice start processing out of the system so we can get these things filled. And part of the reason for this, part of the reason why I want to do this,
Inventory full.
is because I want to get to the point where we have hydrogen in store so that we can start using it to charge hydrogen vehicles. Because we're gonna need something to get us as a transitional piece from planet side up into space, so we're going to need hydrogen for that. And then planet side, it will allow us to build hydrogen-based electric vehicles as well. I'll build probably a little battery cargo ship, or battery-based cargo ship, because we're going to need the ability to start dragging stuff in from the other locations. So when we come back next time, we'll probably be building the mining location over there. This will hopefully be done and processing, so we'll have hydrogen here. Why is this? That was weird. Let me make sure all the lights are... I don't remember grinding that light down, but... Alright. Cool. Okay, so... I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. We've got dogs coming in. Perfect timing. Let's see which way they're coming from. All over the place. Are you actually coming towards me, or did you... I think they spawned too far away to see me. Come on. Let's go find some puppies really quick. Oh, despawned. Despawned. Ah, they spawned too far away. Oh, well, okay. So yes, as I was saying, if you haven't done so already, you're new to the channel, want to do something nice for me today, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be kept up to date when new content comes out, or just some weird shenanigans are going on around here, be sure to click that notification icon. YouTube promises that it will work most of the time. Usually, sometimes, you know, it's like, what is it, 60% of the time it works all the time. Alright, so anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. I just realized I'm kind of low on ammo. I may need to make some more. Come here, you. How much magnesium do we have? Oh, we got 51. Nice. Oh, wait. Ammo takes nickel, too, doesn't it? Let's go. Nickel, yeah. Oh, I have to go manually grab more stone. Great.